All right, the age-old battle between AI faceless automated YouTube channels and a personal branded YouTube channel. We're diving deep into this topic today. If you are an AI faceless automated YouTube enthusiast, go ahead and type in AI in the comments and let's get to it. I may have positioned that to imply that I'm also an AI YouTube automation enthusiast. Enthusiast. I'm not. Personal branded all the way, baby. So today we're going to get into the heated debate. I wanted to get my boxing gloves, but I just was too lazy to go downstairs. So let's get into it. All right, I had made a video previously about this, but I just want to cover basically the pros and cons, the money-making opportunities, the deceptive narrative that we're fed about AI automated YouTube channels, why using AI content for your channel is just not always the greatest idea. I'm also going to break down the pros and cons of a personal, like this. It's a real human being talking in front of the camera, a personal branded YouTube channel, the monetization opportunities for both. We're diving into it. And so let's go ahead and get started with the pros and cons of both, like what they are. If you're a YouTube entrepreneur, whether you're starting from scratch, you're overwhelmed, you're stagnant, and you're maybe just deciding between faceless land or personal branded YouTube channels, this video is going to be very informative, okay? Let's just talk around the misconception first. I want to dive deep into this of the narrative that we're fed that it is easy, takes 20 minutes a week to make 5 to 20 grand a month with a AI automated faceless YouTube channel. That couldn't be more wrong, and I'll explain why, okay? There's tons of courses out there. First of all, course creators who teach this, they want to sell their course, and that's why they make it seem for those wanting to get into this business or who are already in this business and aren't doing so well. They want to make it seem like it's easy so that you can buy their course. It's totally not. And if you're a YouTuber, you're nodding your head like, yeah, it's definitely not this easy, because you know that behind every channel, and especially a faceless channel, you're going to need a you're going to need content, right? So you're going to need somebody to create the content, which is still a job, which still requires you are, somebody in charge of the channel looking for someone to create the content. You're going to need a scripter, a narrator. You're going to need somebody to make the video look good, whether it's, from scratch animation or whatever type of animation you're putting together, okay? You're going to need a video editor. You're going to need a channel manager. You're going to need somebody to, focus on the analytics, growth on the back end, somebody to come up with high converting thumbnails and titles. Because no matter what type of channel you have on YouTube, if your TNT sucks, your video is not going to be seen, no matter how cinematic, no matter how good the AI automated content is, it's just not going to work. Okay, so all of these moving parts definitely apply to a faceless YouTube channel, and I just don't understand. I see these ads over and over. It's like automation, faceless, cash cow. It's just like, shut up, because it's not easy. The other big red flag is that if you are not a YouTuber already, and if you don't know the YouTube business, creating a faceless YouTube channel that makes this much money is going to be even harder to understand. Because if you don't understand YouTube, right? If you don't understand what it takes to do these things, to be creative, what makes the algorithm tick, if you haven't done it yourself, it's extremely hard to operate this thing and know what to look for and know when something in the system goes wrong, okay? And let me give you a prime example of what I mean. So when a YouTube channel, when analytics and performance starts to go down, so decrease in views, subscribers, it's like if you're the owner of this faceless channel, and you have no prior experience, like how are you going to even know how to identify why it's going down? Like, are you going to be able to identify the analytics in the YouTube studio and pinpoint, oh, okay, well, maybe it was this and the watch time and the duration? Like, you're just not. It's kind of like me trying to figure out, like, on a Pinterest account, why pins aren't going viral. Like, I have no idea. So that would be kind of like not so smart on my end to have someone like build me an automated Pinterest account without me not knowing how it works, okay? And that's what's frustrating is like you see these ads like this one, it'll pop up. That agency right there is charging, I think 35 grand, okay, to build people a faceless YouTube channel. And here's why I have a problem with it. It's not so much that, whatever, it's a lot of work. I'm sure their service is worth it because they have to do a lot. However, they're giving it to investors and people. They're turning you in a channel that you have no clue how to operate. And their pitch is like, oh, you know, you only need 5 minutes a week. Like, seriously, dude, like, come on. Like, that's just danger waiting to happen, because it's like let me, it's kind of like giving you an animal, like, oh, hey, I give you this dog, like all trained and everything. But it's like, oh, I'm the dog owner now. I have no background on dogs. Like, I don't know anything about, you know, taking care of it long term for the health. It's like, oh, great. I have no clue about the history of, you know, who this dog is. And it's kind of the same thing with a YouTube channel. It's like, oh, I have no clue how it was built. I have no clue how it was developed, the science behind it. And that's what frustrates me is like, okay, cool. I'll give you this channel, it works, and you have the team behind it, but the owner has no clue how to operate it. And that's what's frustrating. Could I, like, if you gave me a faceless channel and we're like, here, take it over, I'd be like, fine, I know what to do. Obviously, I'm a YouTuber, and so I could figure out, like, what the heck is going wrong. And so the other thing that's frustrating are like these agencies. They're like, oh yeah, we'll build this for you and we're going to monetize it with Google AdSense. Like, that's their big sell. Is my hair? That's their big sell, is like, oh, you're going to make a lot of money with Google Ads. That's not smart. Like, they show these screenshots of Google AdSense, and half the time a lot of the numbers are inflated and they're not real, and they're like in Aussie US dollars, so they look like a big huge number. But a real business, like if I'm an investor, like it doesn't rely on Google AdSense. Like, that's really quite dumb, because a lot of things can go wrong where your Google AdSense goes away, and it's like, okay, cool, I have all these views, so what? And so that's another thing, is these agencies are not teaching you really the business part about monetizing the channel, okay? And without that knowledge, it could be very, very frustrating to take over that. All right. Not to mention, like, try to build it from the ground up. And so that's in a snapshot, like, my frustration with the whole, you know, thing that we're fed. Not to mention the unethicality or the unethicalness of AI, you know, producing this content. And so I guarantee, like, here's the thing, this agency, they won't show any of their YouTube channels, okay, which proves that they won't show it because they know that people might try to copy and rip the content and remix it and put it up on another channel, which goes to show that they're more than likely 99% chance are doing the same thing. They're using the same B-roll, the same content from other sources, remixing it and calling it another channel in a healthy, what's the word, not healthy, a high CPM niche, right? So a niche on YouTube that gives you a high CPM. So CPM is the amount of, or the dollar amount that you get paid per 1,000 of views. And that's not cool. I mean, just remixing different pieces of content. And I'm like, if it was full transparent integrity, like, why not show all their example channels? Like, they always hide the name, and they always, they won't show what the content looks like, and that's pretty frustrating. And you know what I meant to do is I meant to have like a call with one of these people and be like, what do you guys really do? How do you really make this content? And I think it's frustrating because there are thousands of faceless YouTube channels out there that are amazing. And it's because they have real teams and real people that are like interested in this besides just making an easy dollar, right? Like, for example, Jules TV, it's a YouTube channel that my son watches. Like, these people have a true story behind their faceless channel. They have an animator who makes custom animated content for the kids that they that they create through this content. And there's also some very beautiful, like real animated channels, like that somebody with real talent with an actual cinematography background and animation background crafted from scratch. Those channels, those have huge teams behind them, and I give them mad props because they're in it for a way deeper purpose and reason than just like the AI generated like crap that you see online everywhere. And so, you know, that's what I think. I think that overall, if you're looking to do a faceless channel, really like truly try to understand your motives behind it. And if the motive is just purely money, that's not a big enough why, in my opinion, to do this. Okay. And the other thing, real quick, going back to this agency, is like they don't teach any other ways to monetize a channel. And so it's like, okay, they skipped the product development and all the monetization, stacking, and opportunities that come with the channel. And that's not good either. It's like, okay, great. Like, what are all these views? And what does this mean if I can only monetize it with Google AdSense? Like, that's the worst income stream to have with YouTube. And so when in our agency, Subscribers to Sales, where we help like real YouTube humans, YouTube entrepreneurs with their YouTube channels, those that apply to be in our program, some that are still teetering between like faceless and real, like creating content behind a camera, like they say to me, like, I want to make a faceless channel, I'm not gonna get on camera. I'm like, why? I just don't understand. And really their motive, when you pull back the layers, it's because they're scared. Like they're scared of something, like either being on camera, being criticized, or whatever the case may be, or they think that they're going to get kidnapped or something, you know. Okay, whatever your reasons are, valid. But if you are a entrepreneur really trying to spread your message, have an impact, build a legacy, and you know, really impact millions of people from home or wherever you are in the world, it's like you have to get in front of the camera. I mean, you look at your favorite, well, for me, I'll speak for me, I look at my favorite YouTubers. They are human beings. They are not faceless channels, except for my son's Jules TV. That's an amazing YouTube channel. But they're real YouTubers with a story, with real world problems, and that's who I follow, okay? And there's not one channel I'm subscribed to that is a faceless channel. I think that it's kind of like the TikTok syndrome, where you come across a channel that's automated and it was cool for a video or two, but then it's like, oh, you just kind of forget about it. The same thing on TikTok, like with being a TikToker, it's like the risk is people find you and never find you again. It's like you're gone. It's kind of like you get placed in the For You feed, and the problem is the algorithm doesn't bring the viewers back to who they are following. And so it's kind of the same idea with an a faceless YouTube channel. So now going over to the personal branded channels. Okay, this is different. Okay, the elements are the same. Like YouTube YouTube speaks the same language. However, here's kind of the differences. You will need a YouTube team for your personal branded channel. So YouTube entrepreneurs, like if you're creating content, but you're doing anything else beyond that, you're doing it wrong. Okay, so the way we define a YouTube team here at my company, Subscribers to Sales, is we define the YouTube team as an editor who's able to also take care of the graphic design, and a YouTube manager who's able to help with everything on the SEO backend, pre-optimization, post-optimization, and also help you with creativity. Like if you're needing help with what titles to come up with and scripting and stuff, like this team is also your backbone of ideation and giving you ideas. And the whole point is that they're able to help you create peacefully so that you have peace of mind while your channel scales in just 2 hours a week. Okay, so that's a big difference right there. It's like with a faceless channel team, there's way more members. Okay, with a personal branded team, there's a lot less. There's just 2. I mean, obviously over time, if you're posting quite a bit more than 2 videos a week, then your team can expand. But in general, you have a lot less people on your team and a lot less expenses with a personal branded channel. You know, the pros and cons of the content creation obviously is that the faceless, like you don't have to get in front of the camera and it can be automated in an ethical way. Branded, you are more limited to how many times you can post because it is you, right? And unless you have an AI avatar of yourself, most people typically post anywhere between 7 to 12 videos per month, and that's typically the max, okay? Unless you're really like getting after it. And I think the biggest difference in my mind and the opportunity for monetization and really making a lot of money is personal channels win all day, every day. And the reason why is because it's you're a human, right? You are a human person giving value to an audience that you're attracting leads to for your offer, whether that's whatever offer is in your product suite. So, and I actually just made a video about digital products. I'll leave it up here. But anyway, so, you know, I don't believe that a faceless channel is going to sell a human being service as effectively as a personal channel. I mean, with a personal channel, personal branded YouTube channel, you don't need a lot of views and a big, huge audience in order to sell your high ticket services, whether it's a $500 membership or product, or whether it's 5,000 personal brand. I mean, I've seen this everywhere. I mean, our clients alone, I mean, they've generated collectively over $2 million in revenue. And this isn't because they have millions of subscribers, right? It's because they have targeted videos that give damn good value, that have really great intros, and that take the viewer through a great experience, adding value, adding tips. And this is why you're able to make huge back end sales, okay? And this is going to crush your Google AdSense, right? That's the big selling point of a faceless channel, is going to really increase all your revenue streams, your affiliate marketing. You are going to be able to do brand deals and sponsorships. Brands want to work with people, all right, over content that doesn't have anyone associated with it. Like there's no face, okay? And so this is another huge thing, is like the income stacking and income opportunities for personal is way bigger than a faceless channel, in my professional opinion, right? Because you look at all the YouTube automation companies out there who are trying to sell you this. It's like, well, they're only really advertising to you Google AdSense as the big selling point. Like, okay, whatever. But yeah, of course, there are, you know, the risk of you getting burnt out as a content creator. Like burnout is a real thing. And that's why, like, what we preach at Subscribers to Sales is like, you need to be able to film peacefully, right? And create in peace while your channel and revenue scales in the background, okay? And so if you're interested in learning more about like what we teach and our blueprint model, like go ahead and check out the opportunity to book a strategy call. We'll break down how we help our clients 5x their growth by placing a superstar YouTube team on their channel, right? So basically, we'll place this team on your channel, train them with our best practices. You go off with the team, the systems, the high converting video strategy, and we guarantee that we'll 5x your growth. I mean, we've done it for countless amounts of clients. So if that interests you, definitely book a call. It'll be up here or the first link in the description. And either myself or someone from my team will be super excited to speak with you. And so my advice would be, whatever you decide, like, just go all in, go after it, do it the right way, do it the ethical way. Use AI to streamline your processes, right? To create something amazing, because there are some amazing AI tools out there that will help you not only streamline your workflows, like it'll help you edit videos way faster. It'll help you with coming up with ideas much faster. Just make sure like you are using your own intellectual property from your own head, okay? And if you dare, like, hire a real animator that can make animations from scratch. Create a character or a person or a theme behind the channel that stands out, right? Don't just create a faceless channel that has the same old B-roll that's remixed and copied and has, you know, just remixed subtitles on it. Like, actually put some true creative effort behind it. It does not help the creator economy to have trash content out there on a platform that already has billions of videos being uploaded per month. Just make the content good, okay? So if you love this video, I'd invite you to come and watch this video, which is all about the truth behind really making $5 grand a month easy passive income with digital products. Is that even a real thing? Does it work? Check out this video here while I break it all down. I went through about 15, no, wait, I'm lying. I don't have time for that. I went through about 4 videos all about making